25 of chapter 6. Natyashnattastu yogosti na chaikantamanashnataha na chati swapnashilasya jagrato naiva charjuna yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha yada viniyatam chittam atmanyevavatishthate nisprihas sarvakamebhyah yukta ityuchyate tada yatha dipo nivatastah nengate sopama smrita yogino yata chittasya yunjato yogamatmanaha yatro paramate chittam niruddham yoga sevaya yatra chaivatmanatmanam pashyannatmani tushyati sukhamatyantikam yattad buddhigrahyamatīndriyam vetti yatra na chaivayam sthirchaschalati tatpataha yam labdhva cha param labham manyate nadhikam tataha yasmin sthito na dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate tam vidya dukkha samyoga viyogam yoga sanghitam sanishchayena yoktavyaha yogo nirbinna chetasa sankalpa prabhavan kama styaktva sarvana sheshataha manasaivendriya gramam viniyam yasamantataha shanai shanai ruparamed buddhya dhriti grihitaya atma samstham manakritva na kinchidapi chintayet.
सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति। We'll continue from verse number 22 onwards. 22.
Yam labdhva cha param labham manyate nadhikam tataha yasmin sthito na dukkhena गुरुणापि विचाल्यते यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यते नाधिकं ततः यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते.
And having obtained which he thinks no other gain superior to it, wherein established he is not moved even by great sorrow. Having obtained which he thinks no other gain superior to it, wherein established he is not moved even by great sorrow. Atyantika labha. That is the benefit of another one. Atyantika labha. Atyantika labha means, like they say, atyadhikam, they say, no? Meaning, the superior, the supreme most, there is nothing that can ever be superior to this. In that sense, having obtained which he thinks no other gain superior to it. Labha means gain. Attainment. Labha means gain. Gain means attainment. So he, after having obtained, he understands that there is nothing superior to it. To be superior, it should be permanent. It can't be lost. Then only it is superior. Superior means it has to be permanent. Superior means it should be everlasting. Then only you can call it as superior. If something is lasting for a period of time, diminishing and leaving sorrow behind is inferior. It brings in some sukham. Carefully follow. It brings in some sukham. It's there for a while. It leaves sorrow behind. When it leaves pain and sorrow behind. So you will not call that as labha. You will call that as, what is the opposite of labha? Nashta. Yeah. The nashta of sukha. What do you lose there? The arrival gave some happiness, and that leaving leaves you with dukkha. So here he says it is superior. Why it is superior? Because it cannot, it is permanent, it cannot leave. It is permanent and it cannot leave. In that sense, it is superior. How much ever you go, it doesn't. Any worldly experiences, howsoever deep it is, in fact, the very word experience itself says everything. Experience in Ravarteke, what does it mean? The very word experience itself shows the temporariness. There is no such thing as permanent experience. The very word experience itself is temporary, because experience means they come and go. They come and go. That is the very word experience itself means. That is why Based on this definition only, we say whatsoever you experience in meditation and you come out is not real experience at all. You can't say in deep meditation, I was eternal for half an hour. No, you can't say that. You can't say I was in that eternal state for half an hour and I have come back. Isn't it? That is why that's why in Vedanta we talk about it as a very good state of concentration, but it has got nothing to do with the Anu. It has got nothing to do with Brahman. It has got nothing to do with self-realization. Why? Because I was just in that eternity, sir. I was just experiencing Brahman. The maid started the vacuum cleaner, and vacuum cleaner sound gets you out of the vacuum cleaner sound gets you out of eternity. Are you able to follow? It was in that Brahman, sir. Second floor, they started drilling, and I got out of eternity. Experience means limited by nature. It has a beginning and an end. That which has a beginning and an end is not a gain. Here, he calls it as having obtained which he thinks no other gain superior to it, in the sense that you can never lose it. All experiences have three things. Technically, understand it. All experiences has three things. What are the three things? The experiencer, the experienced, and the actual act of experience. The experiencer, and then the experienced, and the actual act of experience. Technically, all experiences needs these three. All these three experiences needs these three. You cannot call that an experience where all three becomes one. When all the three becomes one, what would you call that? We call that as a state, turiya. We call that as a state. A state with which you can never lose. Here is the person who has experienced it. Therefore, he says there is no other gain superior. There is a relative longevity of experiences. The sensual experiences go away very fast. Emotional experiences are, there are various kinds of experiences that gives sukham. Yeah. One is called Vishaya Sukham. Vishaya Sukham means that which gained from the objects, senses. Another is Vidya Sukham. Then the happiness you gain out of knowledge and understanding. And then the third one is Yoga Sukham. The happiness that you gain out of yoga means discipline. The highest is Atma Sukham. Here he is talking about the Atma Sukham. Having gotten that, there is nothing superior to that. One way of analyzing it. Another way of analyzing it, there is the joy, Sukham you get at the level of the senses, and then there is something you get at the level of the mind, and then something you get at the level of the intellect. Atma Sukham is beyond it. Either way, now whichever analysis inspires you, take it. Yeah, இது வந்து buffet மாதிரி. We give, yeah, everything is spread. And not everything will inspire everybody also. Yeah, not everything will inspire everybody. So what do? We spread it like a buffet. Vishaya Sukha. This Vishaya Sukham, Vishaya means objects. This Vishaya Sukham is called Indriya Sukham also. Because the objects are contacted by the senses. Therefore, it is called Indriya Sukham. Indriya Ramaha, elsewhere he says. One who rejoicing in the senses. So, Indriya Sukham or Vishaya Sukham. You can use either, you can use anything. Now, all species has Indriya Sukham. All species has Indriya Sukham. A human being alone has a superior Sukham of Vidya. Yeah. The Eureka moment Sukham. What a Sukham it is. Are you able to follow? What is Vidya Sukham means? The Eureka moment. Oh, that, especially if you are in that, if you have studied mathematics and you are solving the mathematics problem, you are stuck. And where you are stuck and you are struggling and struggling and struggling, and then you get the, it's a wonderful addiction it is, sir. Indriya Sukham is insignificant compared to that Vidya Sukham. Yeah, full explanation kudukurom appadina. What is he saying? Having obtained which there is no other gain superior to it. Appadina, what all we can get and how this is the supreme most has to be established. That's what we are trying to elaborate. One is the Indriya Sukham. Second one is Vidya Sukham. Happiness that you gain out of knowledge and understanding. Superior to that is Yoga Sukham. Yoga means discipline. The joy that you get out of the Sukham that you get out of living a disciplined life. But all these are temporary. Why all these are temporary? Because Indriya Sukham, we know how temporary they are. Correct? Vidya Sukham is also temporary. How? Memory. அவ்வளவுதான் இல்லையா? அப்போ புரிஞ்சது சார், இப்போ அது என்னமோ மறந்துடுது. Memory. For the Vidya Sukham is also dependent on something else. So that also comes and goes. The Sukham out of discipline. Yoga Sukham. The Sukha that you come out of discipline is more permanent. Are you able to see? Indriya Sukham is instantaneous. The joy that you get out of knowledge is higher. Much higher than that is the knowledge, the Sukha the Sukham that you get out of discipline.
But discipline is temporary.
That is also temporary. How that is temporary? How that is also temporary? As long as the temptations don't exceed your what? Everybody has a level. And if temptation comes above that level, discipline is lost. Okay. If you die, discipline is gone. So all these experiences, even though they are grades of experiences, grades of Sukham, even though there are grades of Sukham, that is also limited by nature. And Atma Sukham you cannot Atma Sukham doesn't fit under any one of these category. Why it doesn't fit under any one of this category?
Beyond it.
There are no three things there. This is a cup. This is a pen. This is a book. In the same lines, you can't say this is Brahman. Don't worry. Yeah. This is a pen. This is a book. This is a cup. This is God. It's not in the, are you able to follow? It's not in the same order. When you say this is Atma, this is Brahman, this is God, it is not in the same line as everything else. In that sense, it is superior. Having obtained which, there is no gain superior to it. There is no gain superior to it. For everything will be lost. Why everything will be lost? Because in order to sustain something, you need continuous action. To obtain something, you need an action. To maintain something, you need an action. And action by nature there is no eternal action. Action by nature will stop at, the action by nature will stop at a point. And when it stops at a point, all that is gotten out of action also will be lost. This is Brahman, is not an action to be lost. For everything else can be, it's not can be, everything else is lost. Is lost. That's why even in discipline, we have what is known as cheating day, no? Even in discipline, there is something called cheating day. Cheating whom? Yeah. Who are you cheating? They're cheating day, sir. The person takes one extra helping of the cake and say, but then you don't eat so much. No, today is cheating day. Are you able to follow? Even discipline, you need to move away from for a while. In that sense, it is everything is lost. Therefore, no attainments can be called as superior. Having obtained which, but this Atma Sukham that he is talking about, the self, the joy that you get out of self, the joy that you get out of Brahman is, the joy that you get out of Brahman is superior most, supreme most. Why? Because the experiencer, the experienced, the actual act of experience all becomes one. That is incomprehensible by the intellect. All these three becoming one is incomprehensible by the intellect. But then the truth is, that is the superior nature of the happiness derived from the subtler layers. You do an act of service and sacrifice, there is a sukham, no? You do an act of service, you do an act of sacrifice, there is sukham. That's why the Vedas, the Upanishad says, even that sukham gives you punya, and that punya also, even that kshine punye, Upanishad, even that punya becomes means it means everything is, each and everything of the world will be lost. The person recognizing this will not be interested in anything from the world after this. If a person is interested in something from the world, means he still believes that it is going to be permanent. It is going to save you. It is going to protect you. It is going to be permanent with you. Then only you'll be interested of something from the world. If you understand everything is going to be lost, no doubt there are subtleties. Vedanta is not saying all are same. Definitely it is saying there are subtleties. Definitely sensual joy versus emotional joy of service and sacrifice. Emotional joy of service and sacrifice to the all that. The intellectual joy, the joy that you get out of discipline. No doubt one is superior over the above. All comes under one category only. What is that one category? Even though amongst that there are subtleties, even though within that there are subtleties, all are grouped into one. What is that?
Commonalities.
It is not atyantika labham, it is temporary labham. It is temporary labham. No doubt it is a labha. No doubt you have gained something. No doubt you have acquired something. And that acquisition is, that's why he says, Vidya Sukham. No doubt. What happens after a while? The memory goes, you don't even remember the near and, you don't even remember the near and dear. Literally happened here, one couple. They were telling me that, I saw that also. The father and mother became old. They are able to remember the neighbor lady, but they forgot their own son. The son is going and standing in front. The father and mother doesn't even recognize. Oh, Abdiya, they are saying. Imagine, imagine you spend your whole lifetime thinking that it is Shashwata, and then something happens, it lost, and they come and stand in front of you, and then you ask, oh, Abdiya, I am your son. Okay. It means what? When you see your son, that Atyantika Sukham is lost there. Why? Because when you see your son, what happens? Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayujya, Ellam pochu. All are lost. All are lost. So in that sense, definitely there are grades of Sukham, but everything will be lost. And one thing that will not be lost is what? One thing that will not be lost is the joy of Atma Sukha. The joy of food, the joy of music, the joy of sense organs, even the joy of listening to classes. Yeah. 9 மணின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவர் 9:15 முடிச்சிடுறாருன்றதுனால தான் இல்லையா? Imagine that it's continuing 9:45, 10, 10:15. It's not stopping. Yeah. Venkat quietly will send a message to somebody. நீங்க கொஞ்ச நேரம் ஹோஸ்டா இருக்கீங்களா? And then finally a message will come to me. Sir, you are the host now. அப்படின்னு என்ன அர்த்தம்? நீங்களே பார்த்துக்கோ. We all of us are, we are all leaving. You understand this? You understand this? You know what is this Atyantika? Atyantika Labha. Atyantika Labha, which is the, what is Atyantika Labha? Sukha is that Atyantika Labha. All happiness are reflected happiness. All happiness, all labha that is gained is reflected happiness. And why do you get carried away by the reflection when you can attain the original? Why are you getting carried away by the reflection when the original can be seen? In that sense, it is Atyantika Labha. So what is it that you gain? They don't disappear. They are not transitory. They don't disappear. They are not transitory. For all other things will be lost. What will not be lost? This Atma Jnanam will not be lost. Why it cannot be lost? There is no beginning to it. There is no end to it. There is no individual there to lose it. It can't be lost because it is not an acquisition. It is not an attainment. For everything else is an acquisition. Everything else is an attainment. And that which is attained can be lost. Atyantika labham, which having obtained, he thinks there is no gain superior to it. This is the positive side of it. Then he goes to the negative side of it. He is not moved even by great sorrow. He is not moved even by great sorrow. Wherein established. This wherein established is continuous. This wherein established is what is going to continue till 20, I think 26, 27 is going to continue this. Wherein established, wherein established, wherein established. Why is insisting on wherein established? Why he is insisting on wherein established? That is why you don't get into meditation, experience the eternal and come out. You don't get into meditation, experience the eternal. He lifted, sir. Lifted. Where you are lifted? Clear. And then what happens? The partner comes and stands in front. All the divinity comes. Are you able to follow? Wherein established means no way you can lose it. It is not that you get into it for a while, stay for a while and come out. Why we are talking about it again and again and again is because in all these things about meditation, they always talk about getting into an experience and staying in it for a while and then coming out. I was in Samadhi for 45 minutes. You go into Samadhi, you can't come out of Samadhi. Yeah. 10 feet, 15 feet, they dig you and it is finished. Where can you come out? How can you come out of that? That is why throughout he keeps on saying in the chapter, wherein established, wherein established, wherein established means you cannot, the experience of divine, the experience of eternal is not an experience at all in the first place. Neither you can lose it, neither can you come out of it. சரியா? Yes.
இப்ப இப்ப நான் பிரம்மஞானம் அடைஞ்சிட்டேன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. ஆனா அது திடீர்னு எனக்கு ஏதோ ஒரு காரணத்தினால எனக்கு பயங்கர மெமரி லாஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு. எனக்கு என்ன ஆகும்?
The question is, I have attained self-realization and I fall and hit against a corner and all my memory is lost. What will happen? What will happen? What will happen? Srikanth, no. What will happen? I banged my head against a corner. I am alive. Huh?
அதான்
I am alive,
alive.
but memory is lost.
What would happen?
Memory of information will go, but will you think that you are dead? Huh? Will you think you are dead? What is the state of experiencing Brahman? Very good, very correct clarification. People have this. What will happen, sir? In case I die, what will happen? Same thing. In case if I, okay, all effort, allam poti attain self-realization and all that, and I die, and if I lose that, what will? For which you need to understand what is the experience of Brahman. The experiencer, the experienced, the act of experience, when all three coalesce into one, three distinct things becomes one. It transcends time. It has gone beyond time. Brahman is not memory. Brahman is not a experience of Brahman is not memory. Why? Because memory is, what is memory? What is memory? Why worry about self-realization and then forgetting that? How many things you forget? No. What is memory?
Storage.
Whatsoever information you think is relevant is get stored. The memory. What is memory? Whatsoever information you think is relevant, not all the information. And what you think is relevant keeps on changing. So memory by nature, but experience of self-realization. What is that experience of self-realization? Transcends the intellect. That's why I said it very clearly. It is something which is incomprehensible by the intellect. Memory loss is not loss of divine. Memory loss is not loss of the divine. You able to follow? I have said it. Memory is acquired information, and all that is acquired will be lost. Memory is acquired information. Do you realize that memory is nothing but acquired information, and all acquired information will be lost. What is Brahman has got nothing to do with memory. You may forget the 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita. Carefully follow. You can forget the 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita, you can forget. The word Upanishads you can forget. The word Veda you can forget. The word Vedanta you can forget. That is possible. For these words are not. Definitely, these words of Gita, these words of Vedas, these words of Vedanta is not Brahman. Forgetting the words is not forgetting Brahman. Losing Brahman is not losing the word, is not losing Brahman. What she is asking is, if I lose the word, I lose. No. You can lose the word. That is already explained very clearly. I said it already. You can lose the word, but losing the word is not losing. Losing the word is not losing Brahman. Are you able to follow? Therefore, having obtained which, he thinks no other gain superior. Now he is coming to the second part. What is the second part? He is not moved even by great sorrow. Atyantika dukkha nivritti. Previously he said atyantika labha. Now he is talking about atyantika dukkha nivritti. Gurunamapi. Guru na heavy nath. Yeah, the Sanskrit word that he is using is guru. Guru means not the teacher. Yeah, guru na teacher kadayadu. Guru means heavy, big, the worst. So, not moved by great, is not moved by great sorrow. Intense pain. The greatest pain, see, the greatest pain naka, what does it means is the intense pain. The unfavorable situation causes intense pain. And here is a person who doesn't get affected by the worst sorrow. Just as there are grades in Ananda, Sukha, there are grades in Dukkha also. There are grades in Dukkha also. What is the loss of a pencil? What is the loss of a wristwatch? What is the loss of the car? What is the loss of the house? What is the loss of the family member near and dear? Just as in Sukham there are subtleties, in pain also there are intensities. Here is a person, he is not moved by great sorrow. Generally speaking, you always see people get carried away by one. By one, they get carried away. The extent of forbearance will directly depend upon spiritual growth. It's a law. It's there in the commentary. I'm reading from the commentary. The extent of forbearance will directly depend upon spiritual growth. What is forbearance? Titiksha. What is forbearance? Titiksha. You can't. One thing doesn't go in your way, You just want to drop it and supposing if one thing you don't like from Vedanta, you will drop Vedanta also and go. Huh? Why? Because it's just not, it's not suiting you. So everything in life must suit you. Hmm? The student will want to decide what the teacher should do. No, what do you do? The student wants to decide what the teacher should do, what the teacher should talk, what the teacher should not talk, how the teacher should teach, how the teacher should not teach, what she should do, what the teacher should not do, decided by
Students.
this. What is titiksha? It is a difficult, it is a difficult situation, but you put up with that,
Cheer.
put up with that. Breaking point, you break, yeah, breaking point. You can't wait for 1 minute, huh? You can't wait for 1 day. Just want to, the breaking point. Here is this person in the greatest sorrow. See, sorry, greatest sorrow, the worst sorrow. Clear? The worst sorrow. He doesn't, he is not moved even by great sorrow. Replace the word sorrow and what is the other word? If you use, you can understand it better. Replace the word sorrow with crisis. COVID-19 crisis, sir. Yeah, the crisis. Replace the word sorrow with crisis. He is not moved even by great crisis. For it is crisis that gives sorrow. That's all. I'm just using,
Okay.
yeah, just using another word. Don't know what's going to happen, sir. What will happen? Whatever has happening is what is continuing to happen. All the wrong rule went away, sir. Right people are in power now. One person, another person says, bad karma, sir. Wrong person is in power. Whoever is in, whether it is whoever is there, whoever is not there, things continue to what? Continue to come and go. Irrespective of anybody, things continue. Continuing in what? Continuing in coming and going. Why there is no, why he is not affected is because two conditions. What are the two factors? Chapter 2. Two factors. What are the two factors he said in chapter 2 in the beginning itself? Agamapayinaha Nityaha. What a verse it is. Agamapayino Nityaha Tam Titikshasva Bharata. It is Agamapayinaha, it is Nityaha. A person understanding this, he will not be affected by crisis. Otherwise, life is everyday crisis. Yeah, crisis, everyday crisis. Yeah. Newspaper Varlana crisis, milkman Varlana crisis. Yeah. The government is saying vegetable shops will be opened from 12 o'clock. Or if it will open, you go into the roads, crisis. Why everybody has to go there? Because they are saying, government didn't say it is shut for 1 month. They are said it will be open for 3 hours. Huh? Yesterday I saw what a crisis it was for everybody standing in the queue. When you go into the house, there will be so much already. Crisis, 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 crisis. Everything in life is a crisis. எதுக்கும் ஒரு 4-5 ஆக்சிஜன் சிலிண்டரும் வாங்கி வச்சுக்கலாமா? எல்பிஜி கேஸ் இருப்பாங்க. We have 3-4 LPG gas cylinders and keep another 3-4. Why? Because crisis. At the most, what will happen? At the most, what will happen? Moksha, you will get. Yeah. At the most, what will happen? You will get moksha. That moksha is much, much better than living this life of crisis, fear. And if everything is all right, the worst crisis. What is the worst crisis? ஏதோ பெருசா வரப்போகுது சார். Everything is going on rightly means fear for that also. Why? Because something big is coming, sir. Crisis. For a person of knowledge, there is no. For a person of knowledge and understanding, there are no crises at all. Situations are there which he has to deal. Understand the difference. There is a situation that you have to deal with, but it's not a crisis. Not a crisis. Therefore, verse number 22. The perfect individual is not moved by sorrow. Means he is not shaken by sorrow. He is not uprooted by sorrow. What does it mean when you are uprooted by sorrow? You do things that should not be done. You say things that should not be said. All that is what is getting meaning uprooted. This is what is meant by you are uprooted. Meaning you do things that should not be done. You say things that should not be said. Last week, one person called me and said, sir, you know some hospitals, you know some doctors and all. Can you just reserve one bed for me? I said, what? Can you just reserve one bed for? I said, why are you in? No, in case if I get it, at that point of time, I need not go. Why? Because one bed, I said, yeah, railway reservation. One bed is reserved and kept. But then if there are people who needs it, let them die, sir. That's what it implies. Are you able to follow? That person is already in crisis. That person is already in fear. That person is already in lost his. Are you able to follow? When sorrow comes, you do things that. When sorrow comes, you do things that you should not do. You say things that you should not say. இப்போ பண்ணிடலாம் சார். அப்புறம் பிராயஷ்சித்தா பண்ணி we will. Yeah. You may not know all this, sir. You may not believe in all this, but we know how to. We know how to do prayaschitta and. உங்களுக்கும் சேர்த்து we will do prayaschitta, sir. We will do prayaschitta for you also. For him, atyantika dukkha nivritti. The unfavorable situation doesn't appear as a crisis. Crisis means feverishness. Crisis means worry. Crisis means anxiety. For a wise person, there is no feverishness, there is no anxiety. He deals with it. He deals with it. The only difference is he deals with it like actor on the stage. He deals with it like actor on the stage. It's not that he is it's not that he has lost himself in that. That's why Atyantika Dukkha Nivritti and Atyantika Labha. Verse number 23 padunga.
Tam vidya dukkha samyoga viyogam yoga sangitam sanishchayena yoktavyaha yogo nirbinna chetasa. Tam vidya dukkha samyoga viyogam yoga sangitam sanishchayena yoktavyaha yogo nirbinna chetasa.
Let that be known as the yoga of severance from the union with pain. That yoga should be practiced with determination and with an undespairing mind. Let that be known as the yoga of severance from the union with pain. That yoga should be practiced with determination and with an undespairing mind. Let that. What does that means? Let that be known as. What is that here? Let that be known as the yoga of severance from the union with pain. That refers to the spiritual practices, the discipline, more specifically meditation. More specifically meditation. Known as the yoga of severance from the union, dukkha, samyoga, viyogam. Two words he is using. One is samyoga, another is viyoga. Two words. Sam na association. V means disassociation. The prefix. Samyoga and viyoga. Dukkha, samyoga, viyogam. This is known as yoga sanyitam. This is known as yoga. What is yoga? Abdinna, what is saying? Yoga equals samyoga and viyoga. Yoga equals samyoga and viyoga. The language today, sir. Yoga means huge, derived from the root word huge, to unite, to join. Krishna, every verse he keeps giving one. Every verse he keeps giving one definition. As it is very confusing. And as it is very confusing. On top of it, you are confusing. You are confusing more. Clear. Don't get into these words and all and explain like this. It is very clear. We are going for a toss. Sorry, samyoga viyogam. First thing is, out of ignorance, a human being believes life is freedom from dukkha. Out of ignorance, a person believes that freedom from dukkha. We are born with the basic misconception. We are born with the basic misconception. What is the basic misconception? The basic misconception is we have to get ananda from outside only. Look, inside is full of dukkha and ananda can come from outside. Knowledge removes this notion. Knowledge removes this. It says there is no ananda from outside, neither are you dukkhamaya inside. It removes both. Are you able to follow? It says neither there is ananda from outside, neither are you in dukkha inside. Samyogam and Viyogam. Again, I repeat, basic misunderstanding. What is the basic ignorant notion about life? There is an emptiness, there is a void, there is lacking something, and that lacking something can be filled only by the external. And that external can be anything. External can be anything. Yeah. It can be a sense object, it can be a human being, it can be another species. Yeah. It can be a parrot also. Yeah, I don't know what all people keep up to fill that void. To fill that void, what all people keep? Snake, stone. There is this inner emptiness can be filled by the external world. The inner emptiness can be filled by the external world. Vedanta removes this. Vedanta comes and removes this. That practice this with determination and undespairing mind. Practice this with determination and undespairing mind. Undespairing mind அது கொஞ்ச நாள் practice பண்ணிட்ட, it is not working, you give up. Practice this with determination and don't give up. Because I don't know, last week or the previous week we saw that how long. Yeah, the question is always there, no? How long? 3 years, 5 years, 15 years, or time limit கொடுத்துட்டா it becomes easy. How long? How long is long? Yeah. How long? With determination, commitment. If world cannot give sukha, world cannot threaten me either. Either you feel world is going to give sukha or it is causing fear, threat. And the fear threat is dukkha. Are you able to follow? If we say world cannot give ananda, world can neither give threat also. But sir, if there is a terrorist with a gun, he is threatening, no? There is a terrorist with the if there is a terrorist with a knife and we call him as a doctor, sir, threat to know. It's a terrorist. He looks like a terrorist with a knife, but we call him Dr. Threat. No, sir. How can you say that there is no threat? How can you say world doesn't offer threat? The body can be hurt, and hurting the body is not hurting you. Can hurt the body. And if you think you are the body, you will say, I am hurt. You think you are the body, you will say, I am hurt. And people are so worried about all these things because they think they are the body. As long as you think you are the body, you will be hurt. As long as you think you are the body, pandemic will make you die every day. Yeah. We need not worry about matching. Yeah. Otherwise, we have to worry about the shoe, the socks, the pant, the shirt, the tie. Everything has to match, you know. Nowadays, we need not worry about anything. You know, PPE suit pota. We put the PPE suit, all are gone. Are you able to follow? World can, you feel the world can threaten you. Nischayena, with determination. With determination. What you should practice with determination? I don't depend on other, neither will I make the other depend on me. Simply put, I don't depend on the other, neither will I make the other depend on me. Because you understand the suffocation of dependency. You will not say, I want to be free, but others has to be in chain. Huh? How does it work? Are you able to follow? A state where you disassociate from sorrow. Mind, carefully follow now. Mind has a hope for happiness because it is so much in pain and anguish. The mind has a hope for happiness because it is in pain, anguish, suffering. When it is already in bliss, it is not. When it is already in bliss, there is no hope for anything. Are you able to follow? Mind is that which is in anguish, pain. Anirvinna chetasa, with undespairing mind. Undespairing mind are two things. One is you are not despondent. Second is focus. Undespairing mind. You are not despondent. Second is focus. Rajas will wander all over. Tamas will doze off. These are the two things. Rajas will wander all over. What will tamas do? What will tamas do? It will doze off. Tireless mind. A rajasic mind which is not prepared for meditation will wander. A tamasic mind that is not prepared for meditation will fall off to sleep. A sattvic mind, a person is alert because He has practiced with determination. A person having practiced with determination reaches this state. He just uses two words, changing the prefix, just a simple prefix. The whole thing is so beautiful. Yeah. The word yoga remains. All that is there is the prefix. What is the prefix? Sam and vi. Sam, dukkha, samyoga, viyoga. Dukkha, samyoga and viyoga. Association with pain means what? It's not that you want to associate with pain. What does association with pain means? Who will want to associate with pain? Everybody will want to associate with dukkha only. Yeah, nobody will want to associate. And yet he says, the dukkha, the sorrow is created by whom? The sorrow is created by whom? In Sanskrit, they say, the dukkha is created by the dukkhi. Means your own self. Since you are the creator of the dukkha and not the situation, disassociate. Now what do you disassociate? What is the reason for dukkha? I am mortal. I am limited. I am mortal. I am limited is that which causes dukkha. So disassociation from dukkha means disassociation from the wrong notion that causes dukkha. Are you able to follow? Dukkha means disassociation from dukkha means disassociating from the wrong notion that causes dukkha. What is the wrong notion that causes dukkha? I am mortal. I am limited. I am empty. As long as you associate with these notions, you will be in dukkha. So, what is the cause for dukkha now? What is the cause for dukkha now? The wrong notion that you carry about yourself is the cause for dukkha. Yeah. Losing hair can be a cause for extreme dukkha. No? Losing hair can be a cause for extreme dukkha. The type of nose with which I am born, the type of hands and legs, the type of color with which I am born can be a cause for anything. And human mind has infinite things to be in dukkha. All dukkha arises from the root. What is the root? The wrong notion. What is the wrong notion? I am empty. I am limited. I am mortal. If only that something comes, dukkha goes away. If only that something comes. What is that something? What is that something? God only knows what is that. Huh? Nobody knows what is it. That's where in the book he says, nobody knows what they want. Nobody knows what, and yet you talk to everybody. Everybody is so clear about what they want. This notion is the cause for dukkha. So disassociation from dukkha means disassociating from the wrong ideas that causes dukkha. என்னால என்ன பண்ண முடியும் சார்? I am limited, I am bound, I am restricted. I don't have the freedom at all, sir. These wrong notions that you carry about yourself is the cause for dukkha, and the reality can never cause dukkha. It is the wrong notion can cause dukkha. The reality can never cause dukkha. What is the reality? What is the reality? See, either way, if you see, the reality can never cause dukkha. Even in the limited sense, if you understand the reality, it will never cause dukkha. In the limited sense, what is the reality? Body means subject to birth, growth, disease, decay, death. இதுல birth வரைக்கும் okay sir. Growth அப்படியே மார்க்கண்டேய மாதிரி it should stop at like Markandeya, it should stop at one point. அடுத்த மூணு வரவே கூடாது. What are the other three that should not come at all? Disease வரக்கூடாது, decay வரக்கூடாது, death is for others it's okay. For others it is. In the Yaksha Prashna Mahabharata, the Yaksha asked Yudhishthira, what is the greatest wonder? What is the greatest wonder of life? Great Wall of China. These are all the wonders of world, no? Great Wall of China. Pyramids of Egypt. Egypt. Sir, அந்த ஜீன்ஸ் படம் பார்த்தேன்னா ஒரு பாட்டுல எல்லாம் வந்துரும் சார். இல்லையா? All wonders come in that only. Poor Yudhishthira, he didn't have the common sense like we are. He is not so knowledgeable like we are, and he gave a wonderful answer. What is the greatest wonder? Yudhishthira said, people see death all over and they think that they are not going to die. The man will go to the funeral and keep looking at the watch. For what? To go back. And where is he going to go back? Only to come there. A person don't. So relatively, if you understand, there is no cause for dukkha, for it is its swabhava. What is the swabhava of the body? Disease, decay, birth and growth, I am not going to say at all. What is the swabhava of the body? Vijay, swabhava of the body, Nava, disease, decay, death. Clear? Birth and growth, what is the clear? What is the swabhava of the body? Disease, decay, death. So, relatively also this knowledge can never give sorrow. How can the knowledge that fire is hot can give sorrow? Fire will burn. How can that knowledge that fire will burn give sorrow? When that will give sorrow? When it will give sorrow, you will want to touch the fire and the fire should not burn you. Appadan sorrow comes. Are you able to follow? It means sorrow comes not because of the reality. Sorrow comes because of your wrong, because of the wrong notions that you carry. So wherever sorrow is, whenever you experience sorrow, what is the formula? The sorrow is because of the wrong notion. Class working, it's okay, sir. After the class rules, after the class rules changes. In the class, this is the rule. After the class, the rule will change. After the class, in the rule, in the class, have something else. After the class, what should be the rule? So, any understanding of the reality cannot give. Any understanding of the reality in the relative sense cannot cause dukkha. In the ultimate sense, your swarupa is Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. That way, Samyoga and Viyoga. Samyoga, associate with the higher. Yoga, disassociate from the wrong notion. That's yoga. What is yoga? Disassociate from the wrong notion and associate with the right knowledge. That is called yoga. And practice this yoga with determination and with an undespairing mind. Determination, not a practice. What does determination means? It will be very convincing, but you will slip. It will be very convincing, but you will slip. And don't worry, how much ever you slip, come back. How much ever you slip, come back. That yoga should be practiced. It's an imperative command. Means you have to do it. We don't hear it like that. He is saying that yoga should be practiced. Should be practiced na kandipa saying. Kandipa saying. Our Suluvar sir kandipa saying. Yeah, he will say that. Yeah, he will say that. Let him keep saying that. And we would do what we are comfortable doing. What is it that we are comfortable doing? Associate with dukkha. Continue to associate with that which will result in dukkha. Continue to associate with that which will result in dukkha. And what is it that you continue to associate with that will result in dukkha? The wrong notion. Therefore, what is knowledge? It removes the wrong. Yes, removes the wrong notion. Whatever the wrong notion is, it removes it. Samyoga and yoga. Meaning, you have to detach from something and you have to attach with something. That's the yoga. Attachment, detachment, detachment, attachment. Detach from something and attach to Samyoga and Yoga. Lastly, the sorrow is imaginary, the beauty. Dukkha, howsoever it looks so real, it is imaginary. Imaginary in the sense temporary. Imaginary in the sense of not hallucination. In Vedanta, all this is used very liberally. Negation of the temporary. And who determines the longevity of the temporary?
Association with the right knowledge.
Who decides the longevity of the snake?
The seer.
The rope and the snake. How long it will take for the snake to go, sir? Who decides the longevity of the snake? Snake, huh? Rope, huh? The rope says there is no snake. Snake says, Nanda illave illiye. Who gives the longevity to it? You. You give it. Stop giving that, mind will go back. Stop giving that, mind will go back. Practice this with determination and with an undespairing mind. Continue this till you reach the state of self-realization. This is verse number 20, 23. We continue with 24 onwards in the next class.
Yes, Venkatachalam.
அவரை தான் பேன் பண்ணுவோம் நம்ம போன வாரமே. எஸ் வெங்கடாச்சலம். எஸ் சார்.
Okay, yes, I have a couple of questions. One, you talked about experience, experiencer, and the experience, three entities.
Mm.
And in terms of Indriya Sukham or Vidya Sukham, but in Atma Sukham,
Yes.
there are no three different entities. Why do
Yes.
we call it as an experience? That's my question.
Because of want of language, because of the limitation of the language.
So what is the right way of explaining that stage?
The right way of explaining this is
Sign. Okay.
zip you.
Okay.
The right way of explaining is zip your mouth.
Okay.
Or we have to use some word. You are
Some
right.
words. Okay. I
Word
understand.
is the limitation of the word. Since we cannot understand anything beyond experience, we have to use the word experience.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it's not experience is a very poor word.
Very poor.
Very poor word to describe
Yeah.
the highest, the experience of Brahman. Yeah. Sripi, you went on. You have to unmute. Yes.
Yeah. One more question I have. We talked about that post for a jnani, for a self-realized jnani,
Yes.
it is like a actor on the stage.
Yes.
Does that mean that the intellect, the mind, after realization, they have the right understanding? So the intellect is transformed after the. Is it transformed after the realization in the transactional world?
Yes. Correct. Yes, you are right. In the transactional world, the intellect is so penetrative.
Okay.
The intellect is so sharp and so penetrative, and mind is so pure.
Because it's free of thoughts.
The creation of the intellect is supported by the purity of the nobility
Mind.
of mind. That's what happens in the transactional world. In the transactional world, what happens to that wise man is his penetrating capacity is very high, and that penetrating capacity can be used for selfishness also. No. So what is that? The intellect becomes very sharp and penetrative. The mind is noble and pure. So it's such a complete ideal blend of nobility and penetration. It's such an ideal blend of nobility and penetration. You are noble and you are very penetrative. Yeah, avatar Purusha, that person is. That individual becomes he's no ordinary good being. He's no ordinary good person. He's that person we call as avatar, God. For again, all this we are saying in a very limited sense. The nobility and penetration. Yeah, is it okay, sir? Yeah. And it over, huh? Yeah. With this, we conclude for today, and we continue with verse number 24 onwards.